So, we all know that it's common sense that if you break the law, you lose. Whatever you're doing, whether it be, trafficking guns, cop catches you, you break the law doing that, most likely going to lose all your guns. Breaking the law results in failure every single time. And you're probably thinking, well, not unless you get caught. While that's true, the law that I'm talking about, the law that you're going to learn, is universal law. So that all these videos that I'm making are going to be based off of. And the energy and everything in nature and everything around you, let that be the cops. Because the universe doesn't see nothing, if you believe in that sort of thing. So when you break universal law, or you're not abiding to it, you're not going to get to where you really want to be. So that's why we follow these laws, to get into prosperity, to get into wealth, the things that we want to come. So what is the law? And we're going to get into that. So what is the law? The law is really a lot of things. You'll find out how to abide by it in your own ways. It's not done a complete and certain exact way. But the closer to the guidelines you get, the better. And I've gone over that the past few videos, and one of the most important ones was the last one that I got into, over the subconscious. To get what we want, we got to put the things that we want in there. And if you dwell on positive things, you will get positive results. It's as simple as that. Just as if you dwell on negative things, you will get negative results. This is why I gave the exercise in the last video from Mind and Magic's channel, Frederick Xavier, of accepting all the positive thoughts and rejecting all the negative ones. Because you'll slowly build that into a habit, which, what do we remember, took control of habits? The subconscious. And you can make your subconscious get yourself into wealthy habits. If you want to look up, there's tons of videos on the difference between poor habits and wealthy habits. And I'll get into that later, but if you're curious, you can always look it up. But it's like Earl Nightingale said. There's a video of his that I watch literally every day of my life, and I will continue to watch for the next 50, 60, 70, how many years I end up living. I play this video all night in my sleep. You can go to, I think it's called Infinite Loop, and you can have a YouTube video completely on loop all night. And I constantly have that just going into my subconscious all night. And I also listen to it at least once while I'm awake. I could be either driving down the road or at home cleaning something, and I'm playing it over the speakers in my home, whatever it'll be. But he goes over putting the right things into your mind, and he has a great analogy of a farmer and a field. And the field is very much like your mind, but your mind is more fertile than the land or the field. Now, a farmer can either plant, good corn in the field, or he can put nightshade in it, which is a deadly poison. The land's not going to care. It's going to bring the poison in just as much abundance as it would of the corn. But it's up to the farmer to choose what he's going to plant in that. And the mind is no different. So you can plant the good things that you want, the things that are going to get you far in life, the things that are going to get you to where you want to be. Or you can constantly plant things that just hinder you, hold you back, limitations, things that aren't going to get you anywhere but where you are right now in this constant loop. And it's because people are reaping what they're sowing and not realizing it. And the things that you're putting into your subconscious mind, you don't realize you're even doing. Until you at least watched my last video, and hopefully you're getting that. You will literally bring to you what you constantly think about. Just like Earl Nightingale said, Ralph Waldo Emerson also said, a man becomes what he thinks about all day. How many can relate to that? think about everything that you think, mostly what you think about. What do you mostly think about in the day? And look at where you're at. There is a definite pattern between our reality and our thought patterns. They go hand in hand. Because, like I said, the conscious mind controls the thoughts that you have, which a lot of people have mostly about 90% negative thoughts. Unless something good is happening for them, they'll have positive thoughts. And the subconscious is the energy around you that creates, your reality, all the vibration. So the way to get into this is to do exactly like I said, exactly like Freighter Xavier said, exactly like Earl Nightingale, Ralph Emerson. All these other people tell you that you bring about what you think about. So the things that you're thinking about that are negative and bad and holding you back, stop. Cut it the fuck out. Why are you doing it? I mean, why complain in the first place? You could at least just shut your mouth and just help yourself right there. You have a negative thought, just close your mouth. Don't even say it. Because spoken word is a little more potent than thought. And that's why I said in the last video, it's better if, you say, I reject that thought or I accept that thought out loud. You don't have to, but it definitely does help. Now, to start putting more positive thoughts in your head, you should really be open-minded. Not just to yourself, but things around you. You need to be in a better place of judgment. And a big thing that can hold us back from certain things like this are our paradigm. Now, I'm not going to get too much over the paradigm in this video. I'm going to save that for an entire another video. Basically, the paradigm is your base programming that your mind will always resort to. In a sense. That's the sense that I've made of it. It's not really a good definition. I'll come back later and probably correct it. But when you're a baby and you're born into this world, your mind is completely open. It's a completely open subconscious. You have none of your conscious thoughts yet, any of your own conscious beliefs, any habits, ideas, any of that. So everything that's around you is just constantly going into your subconscious. And that will in turn build what is called the paradigm. Now you can change your paradigm. Your paradigm can build you for success, or it won't. A lot of people who have unsuccessful parents, when they're born into the world, they will most likely grow up to be unsuccessful because whatever subconscious programming was going into their head as a baby is obviously from their parents or whatever they were around. Just like if you're bilingual, you grew up in a bilingual house. Any bilingual person, they always learn it as a baby. It's always easiest to learn a language when you're a baby. If you've ever tried to learn a language after the age of 16, it can get really hard because your conscious mind's in the way and that paradigm is there. And we can use our paradigm to program our subconscious for success and to bring us the things that we want. And it's so easy, and it's all about filtering your thoughts and getting all those negative ones out. So then, after all the land's cleared out, you can start putting in all those things that you want to go in there. Now, if you've ever tried to actually learn a language, a lot of people actually can do it. I'm not saying that from my own experience. About 2 years ago, I studied for about 6 to 7 months. I was learning Korean. I learned how to. I still know how to read Korean. I can read all the symbols, and I can sound out words, but I don't know the vocabulary very well. I learned a lot of phrases and small talk, but it got to a problem when I started learning diphthongs, which is kind of like what I was taking as like double vowels. And it was very hard to speak these things coming from my American mindset and the English language and the paradigm that was built back when I was a baby. And that's why a lot of people actually, when they try to learn a language, have you ever known of somebody who played the language in their sleep? Like I said, I listened to that Earl Nightingale video every night in my sleep because your subconscious mind is completely open to all kinds of suggestion. And then you think about how much suggestion you've gotten just from leaving your television on at night. Now that can be a big problem. But this video is getting kind of long. If you're curious about the Earl Nightingale video, if you go into my playlist, it should be under the playlist of videos that I watch every day. It's Pretty good video. It'll change your life by the 7th day you've watched it. Just watch it once a day for 7 days. You'll learn something new from it every time. I will for all my viewers to prosper, and I hope y'all have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.